Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to Dio's Bizarre Winter Singles. My name is Gamili. Joining me in the commentary booth is the lovely Apple Candy or HD Jam. What's good? What's good, Apple?
Hello, my first time commentating for this tournament because last week I was on a trip, but from this week I'll be joining the commentating team.
Woo! Glad to have you here, man. This match today, the match that we'll be seeing today is seed 67 versus seed 94. Arbusion versus toybot. I don't think any toybot himself needs any explanations. A very well-known mapper, known for I believe mapping a bunch of doing a lot of work for OWCs for open rank tournaments and just overall being somewhat of a staple in Tony, somewhat of a household name from all of us Tony players. But on the other side, we have Arbusion. They are a two-time batch player, I believe, winning Australian States Cup and LS Luminous Summer Tournament from 2019. Arbusion 944 in the world, hailing from Australia. Uh, and being the highest seeded player in this match, definitely coming to this match being the favorite to win. However, I mean, underestimating anyone on any pool in this very volatile stage of the tournament, held group stage, where everything is low SR, everything is really coin flippy, would be a mistake. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how this match plays out. Should be getting into the picks and bans very soon. Yeah, let's jump straight
Yeah,
into it.
currently Toybot having banned HR1 and waiting for the two bans of Arbusion. Um, I've not commentated last week. Okay, Arbusion decides to ban two picks from Hidden,
Ooh.
noticeably. If anyone's seen his qualifier performances, that is definitely very understandable, as well as Toybot's qualifier performances. Definitely not a HD maps are definitely not the maps that favor Arbujon in this match. Especially with how gimmicky those maps are. I have seen a few of the maps, even though did not like I did not commentate.
Hmm.
But the maps this week, you mentioned their low star rating, but the level of
Yeah.
this all of them have just make it seem like you could put this in a 7-star map or like
But yeah, we're gonna see the last few bans come out. It looks like we're actually gonna see, interestingly enough, both players banning, using both of their bans on one mock pool. We have Aversion going for the hidden ban and Toybot going for the hard rock bans. And in fact, we're even going to see Aversion open up the map with the hard rock 2, the only hard rock map in the hard rock pool that isn't banned out as their first pick. This is going to be Shia LeBoeuf live. This is a really interesting song, if I do have to say myself. Um, this map sort of it's not really a song per se. It's sort of the hybrid between a storytelling and a song. But essentially, I have no idea what the story is actually about. I believe it's told in did I
I
say
don't think
German? But
anyone really
yeah,
cares.
but I don't think anybody really cares. What you're here for is the map. It's
Yep.
going to be 2 minutes 30 seconds of that precision aim. So let's jump straight into the Hard Rock 2 first pick of this match.
All right, and of course HR2 being the small CS map of the map pool. Um, this map is just like not even how should I say? Like most songs have like consistent rhythm that you can go off of, and people usually would
Mm.
get accuracy off of that. But this map isn't really like that. It's more like, hey, do you know how this man sings in the song? Or do you have the
Yeah.
entire like script of the song memorized? Otherwise, you're not acting any of the circles.
Can you
It's
recite
like,
the story word for word in the rhythm as
yeah,
the same rhythm as this man?
that's what this map basically asks you to do, and you can either choose to memorize the entire script or just, if you have the timing of
Yeah.
AR-10 completely like memorized in your heart, then you can probably see as the notes appear and then act based on that. But as we talk about getting accuracy, toybot is like having a lot of struggle, not even
Yeah.
really able to maintain 90% accuracy, but Arbusion, of course, over 97% ac. He's dropped a bit of accuracy compared to the beginning, but 7% accuracy difference, of course, really just no need to say.
Yeah.
Already bringing in almost 120k score difference.
Yeah,
And
100%. We get into a shorter break section at this juncture of the map. As of right now, even though both players are holding the FC, noticeably, Arbusion is going to hold out that almost, as you mentioned, 7% accuracy lead on Toybot. And that is going to cause that score line to grow to a whopping 100k. Going into this last quarter of the map, the diff spikes of this section are rough, and Arbusion goes down! Toybot holding the FC! Will he be able to
oh,
snatch it back? I was just about to say, I mean, a miss could just cause the entire turn of the battle to shift immediately. And we are seeing that play out word for word right now. Toyball goes down, but I don't think that's gonna matter. Last few sliders. And through the skin of his teeth, Toybot is just going to narrowly steal that point from a version. Holy hell, that is one way
that
to
is
wake up the stream.
that is
Oh, man.
painful for Arbusion. Hey, this map is really not aim heavy, but to just shit miss like that on absolutely nothing. Even like losing with a entire 5% accuracy difference just is painful, especially on his own pick. That is gonna be a demoralizing breakpoint for Arbujon, especially as Toybot goes to choose Hidden for their next map. And well, of course, judging by how Arbujon banned two hidden picks is definitely for the favor of Toybot. If Toybot starts with 2 points in advantage, well, who knows how this match is gonna go. Arbujon is like about 25 seed higher, but I think this match could just go about either way at this point.
Yeah, 100%. Um, this map, it's a map by Lasse, so you already know that the map is going to be more quote-unquote simple. Not really, it's not really simple. This is a set from, this is a guest diff from Skystar and Fanjun. If you know anything about those two mappers, they are known for their wacky patterns. And especially when you couple that alongside the hidden, this map becomes all the more challenging, all the more difficult to aim consistently. Let's get into this map. All right, and we're jumping straight into the map. Right off the bat, you see these kick sliders immediately coming in for the players, but nobody is gonna find any early misses. Relatively standard map once again for these players. Nobody should really be getting beating gaps, so it is going to come down to the consistency of the aim slots. I believe this is one on the shorter side, coming in at just a little less than 3 minutes long. But with that said, everybody is still holding on to their combos. I will say this map is relatively consistent when it comes to its difficulties. The lows of this map aren't too far from the highs of the map, and that really just plays to your comfort that you need to have on a hidden. We get into a rather control heavy section which everybody hits, and we're getting straight into the KI. Who will find a miss? That is going to be the early score shifter. As of
Yes,
right now, it's neck and neck between these two players. Nobody giving an inch.
yeah, no one missing, although Arbujon is lacking slight bit of accuracy, but of course we're only halfway past the map, and at this point, just anyone that misses first is the person who's gonna lose. If they do both end up double FCing, then it is likely that Toybot might win, although as I say that, Toybot is constantly losing accuracy in this section. This section is a bit rhythmically complex compared to the other early sections that we've had. However, still a third of the map to go, and well, this map, like you said, really doesn't have much of a diff spike. at either the beginning nor the end. So let's see if anyone ends up losing more accuracy. Well, as I say that, Arbusion loses a little bit
Oh.
on the sliders, but
Arbusion finds a miss. That is devastating for the scoreline. Once again, Arbusion seemed to be the one in the front, in the driver's seat, slightly ahead of toybot in terms of the accuracy, but at the very end of the day, Arbusion just narrowly trips over just as he crosses the finish line, and toybot just uses that lead to run a mile ahead in what was about probably 20 seconds. That scoreline has grown to a whopping 200k. toybot gonna close out this match with a 976k score. A dominant victory on this hidden one.
I believe that was a slider break on a fast slider, which, like, just like the first map, I think some unfortunate events happening to Arbusion might be hitting his mentality a little bit. As he picks Nomad 2 as his second pick. He would need to bring the flow back, and I feel like, honestly, if Arbusion ends up losing this, which actually I believe there's a really low chance, this map is of course a very infamous map with CS3 220 BPM stream / bursts. This is quite his specialty, if I do say so myself. We can see in the chat toybot going, "Come on, man." But yeah, I feel that Arbusion would need to bring the flow back. They don't have any more hidden picks that toybot can pick for himself. However, they still have a few really weird gimmicky maps that I think Arbusion might suffer a little bit on, because I believe Arbusion is more of a high skill cap tapping player, focused on Nomad and Hard Rock rather than gimmicky maps that I think toybot is way more compatible on.
But that's it. We are jumping straight into the map. The first blast sliders, the iconic blast sliders, start to come in, but straight after that, it's into the 200 BPM stream. Right off the bat, ag drops left, right, and center. It seems as though toybot does narrowly make it out with the accuracy lead, however. But once again, there is a lot more where that came from. Once again, the blast sliders come in, gearing you for the next section of the map. There is a short break here, bit of a calm before the storm. But after this, it's full tilt back into the KI. Similar to all of the maps that we've seen before, you need to hold on to your combo. You need to be consistent if you want to secure the point. And that is what these players are gearing towards right now as we get into the more wide angle jumps. The flow comes in, both players SSing that stream. They're gonna continue to look to continue holding that good accuracy. And right now, it's really just neck and neck going to the last of the map. The long stream comes in. Can they hit it? Everybody hits it. But toybot with the slight accuracy lead. Oh my goodness, the next burst comes in. toybot dropping more and more accuracy. That's not what you like to see. toybot early on having the ag lead, but Arbusion narrowly steals it back. It is really just neck and neck right now. But the question is, we've seen Arbusion get into this position before. The question is,
I don't want to jinx it like that. I really don't want to jinx it like that. I doubt anyone would miss unless...
Oh man.
I think at this point, the first one to drop 100 is gonna lose.
100%. The last boss coming in, and toybot loses he just drops a bunch of hundreds on that final stream, and Arbusion takes the point.
Yeah, this is a map which you can easily see 2 FCs on, but really a difficult map to see anyone get high accuracy. I think Arbusion's 97% is definitely quite decent. toybot, of course, getting 95 is definitely not bad, but you would need a way higher accuracy if you really want to combat off a tapping player on a Nomad 2.
Yeah, 100%. Immediately after that, we are going to see toybot go into the Nomad 3 pick. This is your reading slash low BPM control slot of the map. Some very weird overlaps just littered throughout the map, some weird reading patterns. So if you're not comfortable on this AR8, it will definitely be a challenge. Not just the, aim the circles, but also to act. There are a few quads littered here and there throughout the map. Nothing too intensive. It's not a rhythm map at the end of the day. But, that might steal some accuracies from these players. And as you've been seeing a lot of these maps go, a lot of it comes down to accuracy. Let's get into the map.
I feel this one isn't even going to be about the accuracy, but rather the fact that it's an AR8 no mod 3.
That's true.
Oh boy. Like, I'm not sure how comfortable both of these players are at reading AR8 no mod, and uh, this, this map, like, sure, it is decently reading heavy, got a lot of stacks, but uh, it's not too intensive, I would say, actually, in the reading compartment, but rather in actually rhythming compartment, which is really, really weird because,
Ooh,
oh, Arbusion finding the
Arbusion.
first miss.
Yeah, Arbusion gonna be the first one to go down. That is not what you like to see, but once again, as expected, this is toybot's pick.
Oh.
But again, to reiterate, the accuracies are still relatively similar, all things considered. Toybot, even though having the combo lead, you can drop that combo lead at any time, and with the map still in its early-ish stages, there is still time for a comeback to be made. But the question is, they have to all hit this section before they can even dream of doing that. Toybot drops a few 100s here and there, but once again, it's that FC that is playing in favor of them right now.
He looks very comfortable, actually, getting really decent act over 98.5 on a map like this. While Arbusion dropping a little bit of hundreds, his accuracy is also definitely not bad, but I think he did have a little bit of reading issue in the part where he missed.
Yeah, perhaps. It seems so. We get into the last third of the map. It is still possible. Arbusion is making a really nice recovery right now, going to about 500k, but you need a break from toybot to go down soon, and with the map slowly running out, the opportunities for that break are running thinner and thinner. We get into the last ki of the map, the last quarter of the map. We need to see a miss from toybot come in right now if you're an Arbusion fan, but toybot is gonna keep on running the momentum that this FC is generating. This will be a pretty easy point for toybot in the bag. A very good pick as well, taking the match 1-3, I believe.
Yes, this is definitely the gimmicky map that toybot really needed to choose against Arbusion, because actually, yes, there are still a bit more gimmicky maps left, but quite a few of the maps left now are actually decently normal. I'm not sure if normal is the good word to use here, but okay, that one is just
that map is not real. That map is not real.
I don't
But
want to
yeah,
call that a map. I just want to call that like a
it,
force race.
it's a spinner map. It's a spinner map.
Yeah.
But yeah, we immediately see a DT2 response come up from Arbusion, going into the speedy maps, the speedy tapping map. Toybot once again saying, "Come on, man." Clearly not too happy about the tapping pick. You love to see it. Being the designated speed slot in the pool, this map is relatively on the shorter side. I believe it clocks in at around I like to say around a little over a minute, I believe. BPM wise, this map comes in at around 220 ish. So not the fastest thing in the world, but as you've seen from the No Mod 2 Rock Unlimitation, some of these players might struggle a bit when it comes to these speed picks. So if this map is any reflection of what we saw before, perhaps you might see a repeat. Although this map is a lot more on the burst heavy side, all things considered. So, you know, perhaps the story will be different. Let's get straight into this DT2. As of right now, both players holding on tightly to their FCs, but Arbusion with a pretty significant accuracy lead. It's still early days in the map, however, and similar to everything we've seen before, hell, even more so this map because it's so short, any miss can change the tide of the battle with a snap of a finger in an instant. So these players really need to be on their toes going into this map. And as of right now, I mean, they seem to be doing a really good job. The longer bursts start to come in as the map comes to its last third. And really, it is just anyone's game. The next miss will decide the match. But I believe if the story continues, and it's looking pretty good for Arbusion to just take the point. Although toybot is making a good accuracy recovery, that is just nowhere near enough to match up to Arbusion's 99.7. And as the map comes to its triumphant close, Arbusion will be taking another point on the board, winning their very own pick. And yeah, that is going to be the point for Arbusion, taking the match 2-3. A very, very solid pick from them, all things considered. Yeah, with that, the pick is now shifted back to toybot. I mean, if I had to guess, there aren't many sort of gimmicky slash accessible mechanics-based maps left in the pool apart from the No Mod 5. I don't want to call a No Mod 5 pick just yet because Jesus Christ, watching that, I have no idea how to commentate that map. But that's it. I mean, I could definitely see perhaps toybot opting to go for the No Mod 4 or maybe even the No Mod 1 pick, looking to just get that RNG pick out of the way. But I mean, we'll have to wait and see how it goes.
I think judging by the fact that both players were pretty decently comfortable on the aim pick, well, not aim pick, but a consistent difficulty on HD1, I think even DT1 is a possibility that that the toybot can choose, because No Mod 5 is just a coin flip. It's about, did you memorize the map while coming in the match or not? But toybot does go for the No Mod 4, which is rather a techie pick. It is a very low star rating tech, so there's that to say that it's really not a complex map for either of these players.
Yeah, map-wise, this is a very, very simple map, all things considered. I will say it, where this map, you know, lacks in raw difficulty, it definitely makes up in how absolutely nerve-wracking it is to play this map. 5 minutes long of just consistent sliders, consistent mech tech overall. And overall, it's just like, you know, not the most fun map to play, especially if, you know, your tournament life is on the line.
Hey, but the song is a banger.
That is true. The song is a banger. I absolutely adore this song. But yeah, let's get into No Mod 4 Dreamless Wanderer. 5 minutes long, tiebreaker length. You love to see it. Yeah. Nothing much to comment about in the early sections of the map, but once this map ramps up, oh, it does not stop whatsoever. It just keeps on coming to you with the mech, with all of the mech patterns. So right now, the start is very, very slow. Really just looking to build up your nerves, build up the atmosphere of the match. But very shortly, we should start to see the first set of tricky patterns. Straight into the sliders. No early mishaps here or there. I will say though, later on in the map, we might start to see a few rough sections in the sense of, you know, some cut streams here and there where we have seen players miss before. So we'll just have to wait and see how it goes.
Yeah, this is a very, very long map for just a pick that is a tiebreaker, of course. Back to a very slow section, but like you said, once these slow sections in the early part of the song ends, this map just has a very consistent high 5-star techie slider setting ongoing till the end. However, as you could probably see at the first PI,
Here
this
comes
map really...
here comes the drop, and Arbusion goes down.
missing on the quads like that.
That is not what you like to see, especially on a map as consistency killed as this one. Arbusion going down at the cut. Meanwhile, toybot looking to hold not just the combo lead, but the accuracy lead as well. This map is really unforgiving. If you blink once, that could just be the difference between a point and, you know, going to match point against your opponent. It's really looking grim for Arbusion. We need to hope for a miss from toybot soon if they don't want to immediately lose the point. But well, toybot clearly isn't going to give that for free. toybot is going to continue to hold as you get into the second half of the map.
Yeah, this mapple being a very low star rating mapple for how high ranked these players are. Consistency is seriously all that matters in all of these maps. Well, except for maps like No More 5, but...
GG.
But... Arbusion just throughout the entire match has not been keeping the best of consistency on maps I think he should have been able to FC really easily. But toybot, on the other hand, maintaining really high accuracy and of course hitting all these sliders and gimmicky quads and doubles just very comfortably is what's giving him the point against Arbusion. And I feel like even though, yes, there is a third of the map left to go, and if toybot does miss, Arbusion probably has a chance to come back. And it's definitely way early I say this, but I do feel that it is going to be match point already, as there's nothing much that changes in this map. There's just these sliders over and over again, and toybot, as we can easily see, is just very comfortable with reading and aiming these patterns.
Yep. And that miss from Arbusion might have just sealed the deal. Last quarter of the map, nothing from Arbusion. Meanwhile, toybot holding strong a quarter through the map with that 99.18% FC. This part is a rather tricky part when it comes to the flow. There are a few pretty widely spaced bursts here and there. toybot finally goes down, but once again, nothing in the tank for Arbusion to respond with. And as you get into the last slow section, the last few notes of the map, seems as though the point is already over.
Yeah, and that will be match point for toybot. It is going to be Arbusion's pick, but he's gonna have to get this breakpoint, the next breakpoint, to force out a tiebreaker if he wants to win this match. Although I'm looking at the map pool and I'm thinking, what could toybot choose next?
That is a good point. I think no matter where toybot goes, that is definitely gonna be a good chance for Arbusion to, you know, somehow steal the victory. Once again, as I mentioned before, there is still like the Nomad 5. We have the Nomad 5 still left. We have your Nomad 1 left. And all things considered, I mean, all of these maps are relatively simple. So I do expect I do expect both players to be able to manage the maps relatively well. So with that said, I really don't know what the angle is, but it seems as though Arbusion is going to continue to go for the DT picks, going to go into that DT3. I believe one of the shorter maps in the pool. Once again, this is going to be the 240 BPM. I believe this is a bit more on the finger controlly side. Um,
Uh, yeah, it's rather speedy, which I actually really like the comment on the map pool. It says, "Is speed real at the star rating?"
that is so
Um,
rude. That's true. That's true.
yes, speed apparently is real in this star rating. This map is
What?
6-star flat, 267 BPM bursts. It's not even a minute. Yeah, you really better be comfortable in just bursting a lot if you want to get your point on this map. But of course, from what we've been seeing, the Nomad 2 and BT2 wins from Arbusion. I think this map is way more Arbusion favored. And next map is probably what's gonna have to be the one that seals this match. As we say that, toybot struggling with accuracy while Arbusion comfortably maintaining over 98. Yeah,
Yep.
and as I was just saying a few sentences, the map already has less than a quarter left.
Yep. Oh, but Arbusion goes down, and there is
Oh,
once again no way.
no
There is
way!
no way. Once again,
I
Arbusion
think I was
holding the accuracy
surprised.
lead. Toybot misses at the end, but that is too late. Oh my goodness,
I
Arbusion once again. That is heartbreaking. That is
wow,
utterly heartbreaking.
I keep speaking a bit too soon. That truly was a just unfortunate side effect from a Roujon.
Yeah,
Wow, and
that is really. I mean, you what can you even do when that
Toybot
happens? You
takes the
know.
round. Yeah, Toybot takes
Yeah.
the round 5-2.
Yeah. No, congratulations to Toybot for emerging victorious in this group stage match. I'm not too familiar with how the with how the groups how Toybot's group stage standing is looking like. So I can't give you specific information on that. But with that said, once again, congratulations to Toybot for a pretty decisive victory, all things considered. I believe it was what 5-3. Very solid from them. Uh, just before we go, huge thanks to everybody involved in this match. Huge shout outs to Ongon for being the streamer, as well as HD Jump or Apple Candy for being my lovely co-caster today. Apple Candy, do you have anything left to say to the viewers?
Uh, well, I hope I didn't sound too bad because I have a bit of
He's
flu
falling asleep.
going on in my nose. No, it's
Oh
not the
man.
problem. Yep.
Yeah, but uh, with that said, do check out. We have a few more matches lined up. I believe one at 6 UTC. And then after that, it's just a whole block of matches to watch. So do check them out if you are interested. But until then, we will catch you. This has been Leo's Bizarre Holiday Singles. My name has been Gamili, and we will see you in the next stream. Goodbye.
See you next match.